Cool. Morning, guys. How's it going, everybody in the DMCC? Welcome to another Monday morning double shot. Thanks for joining us. If you do join in and watch us live, of course, if you miss it, don't worry. We will put this up on our YouTube channel once we're done with the live. But yeah, I'm quite excited this morning to be joined by Chris from Social Elevator. Is that it, Chris?
That's it, yeah.
100%. Brilliant. Yeah, Chris is coming to us all the way from Yorkshire, I think you said, eh?
Yeah, Yorkshire in the United Kingdom, yes.
So it's a long drive to where we're at. But we've got quite a lot of UK agencies here in the DMCC as well. So you may find some peers, who knows. But yeah, we're excited to have Chris join us. Chris is just agreed to come on just to talk to us a little bit about, we asked him what he'd like to discuss, and he brought up the idea of personality in social media posts. And there's a bunch of other things that he brought up as well. But I think you made some really good points in the little blurb that you sent through about what you wanted to discuss, Chris. So, I mean, obviously, as I said, it made it clear, obviously in the community, we're a group of digital marketing agency owners only. We're pretty exclusive. We don't let people in who are just doing their own social media or doing social media for their own business or in a business doing social media. We're a community of digital agency owners who are trying to find ways to run better businesses and have better success in digital marketing in general. And that's why we're here, to kind of share with each other and help each other run a better business. So really excited to have you join us and share what you think we can learn from you.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, my specialty really is around social media content and getting personality through content. That's my whole history. My whole history is from a very video background, working in broadcast and TV, then switching over to social media style content. So when it comes to social media, it's the ability to create, design and develop content that involves the personality of the clients that we're working for. So that's my strength. When we're working with clients.
Cool. And it's an important one. I think one of the things that you said in your blurb immediately straight off the bat was personality in posts. One thing you brought up, which I thought was worth addressing, was you brought up, you said impersonal sales-based posts or informational-based posts are what we tend to do as digital marketers working for businesses who come to us and pay us money to do their digital marketing. Ironically, not just in social media, but whether it's in social media or email marketing or even website content, we tend to default to those impersonal sales-based posts of what we in our business call self-serving. We always say, hey, it's so self-serving. It's always about the business. And I think that was what you're trying to get across, is that we tend to default to those, which is not always a good idea.
Yeah, that's true. And it's quite easy when we're working with as agencies to be pushed there as well by our clients. Our clients will see something on social media and they'll be like, well, they're putting out some sales posts, so I want to do the same. And the thing is, they don't work. They never look at the engagement. They don't know what the results are. But clients quite encouraging to make agencies go the same way. So as an agent, you kind of sometimes feel pressured and pushed into creating sales-based posts, but sales-based posts don't work unless you have a strategy. Like we'll post a sales-based post probably 1 in 10 posts, 1 in 5 at the maximum, because unless you give the information, unless you show trust within the business, the sales-based post has no relevance. We live in a... Do you have Gogglebox over there? Have you ever seen Gogglebox?
No, but I am familiar with it. It's where they film people watching TV.
Yeah, we live in a Gogglebox world now. I keep using this with my clients. We live in a Gogglebox world where no one wants to see what the end result is. People just want to see how people want to see people watching it, not what people are actually watching. So we need to start opening up the companies that we're helping promote and publish. We need to go behind the scenes. We need to start understanding them in greater detail. We need that collaboration with them in order to create that personalizing posts. What is your team doing? What are you up to? Get that trust coming across in posts more than we used to.
Yeah, cool. And I think obviously I can talk from my own background because it's what I know, but what it seems like you're also getting towards is you're trying to promote and get the idea across that your efforts in digital marketing and in social media, I think in particular is where you're talking about, are around sales. At the end of the day, what you're trying to get your client is trying to achieve is more sales, more money.
Yep.
And in order to do that, you've got to generate them more leads. And you only generate leads when you nurture someone down a funnel. When you actually build a relationship with someone, as opposed to just bang on their face, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. You only actually succeed in generating your client's business when you've nurtured a lead. I mean, there's a good statistic. Damo, the CEO of the company of Globatel, always uses. It takes 12 touch points with a lead before they actually commercialize into a client.
Yeah.
If all 12 of those touch points have been buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, all you're doing is you're sending out one message to them. You're not actually providing them with absolutely any value whatsoever.
Yeah.
Whereas, as you say, as you suggest, 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 posts are about buy my stuff, but the other 4 or 9 posts are about, hey, here's a nice blog we wrote that we don't want anything from you. We don't want you to buy our stuff. We just want to add some value because we knew from your cookies, okay, there's the whole other conversation, but we knew from your cookies that you were looking at drones the other day and we thought you might be interested in this drone blog we wrote, kind of thing. So, I mean, I think it's about the sale.
It is. You're right, and in terms of data, and you're right, it's a whole other episode, data, but when you use the data correctly, you can see who's interacting. We're going to feel who's interacting with your posts, and then using the algorithm, social media, the platforms will help you reach the people who looked at previous posts and things like that, so you can build up a relationship with those people who are viewing and monitoring posts. What you said about leads as well, I think as an agency you have to make a decision whether you are sales or marketing, because and too easy the two get kind of intertwined with each other. For me, we're a social media and digital marketing agency that specializes in marketing. We're a marketing company. So we create posts with personality to get those leads coming in for our clients who can then take over and convert. It's their job it's their salespeople's job to bring them on as a sale. But quite often, if we're not using personality style posts and we're putting out those sales messages, we can get a bit kind of needy, because sales aren't coming in, and then there's a comment and we start replying for on behalf of the client, and then we're going down. Sooner or later, we're a sales company. We're actually trying to convert that person so we look better because we're not kind of getting the leads that they expected us to get. Mostly because we haven't had that conversation with the client to say, look, we will get you leads coming in, but you have to convert them.
Yeah.
And I think as an agency, you have to make sure you know where you stand, sales and marketing.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation about it's a frustration we get all the time from agencies we support who say, I'm getting leads, but my client's just not converting them into sales. And I'm like, your client needs to be trained. And invariably the client comes to the agency and says, you're getting me shit leads. You're like, I'm actually not. They're pretty good leads. It's just you guys are shit at converting them into actual sales.
Yeah.
So, actually converting them into commercial clients. It's a really interesting one, and it's funny because I've never heard anyone actually say you need to decide whether you're a marketing agency or a sales agency. What would your advice be? I mean, having being the one who said that, what would your advice be to an agency who's struggling with that, who's saying, hey, I think most agencies would default to them, hey, we're a marketer, we're not going to take responsibility for the sales. But isn't there a bit of a synergy that needs to happen between the two? The marketing needs to create posts that are going to generate leads, and for the salespeople need to sell and convert those leads. It's a little bit of a circle. What would your advice? How would you tackle that?
It comes back to personality style posts again and getting your client involved at an earlier stage. But I've been running this business for a long time, and we've been through that process where we said to clients, like, hands off, you don't do anything, we will just do everything for you. We will get you those leads coming in, which was actually a massive mistake because we took responsibility away from the client, so they weren't getting involved. So when there was conversations to be had online, they were like, well, hold on, that's your job. I just wanted get the phone ringing. So what we do now is we get heavily involved with the client. Every package that we sell, every client we take on board has some element of consultancy, and we say, look, we are going to put out these many posts, but you have to put out 1 or 2 a week as well. You have to get involved. And it has to be personality style posts. You've got to say what you're doing behind the scenes. So, previously, we would take everything on board. We no longer will, and we will say we will work with you. We'll take the main chunk of the work, but you still have to be involved. You still have to be kind of committed to your social media. You still have to be looking and monitoring. So we try and get the clients involved quite earlier on, and we try to get them kind of on board with it, involved, engaged, encouraged, inspired, but around their own social media, so they can react quicker to comments when they happen.
Right. And as an agency, is that not nerve-wracking sometimes that they're going to just do their own thing, because you're taking such responsibility for their brand and for their presence online, and then in comes Mary in reception who decides to just go. Do you ever deal with that, or is that a concern at all?
Yeah, we have clients in which go and post some random things in which we then have to do some kind of a bit of control with, but the clients that do that kind of were going to do that anyway, where they're not getting leads coming in, so they go and stick posts up themselves. Well, my agency's not getting me any leads, so I'm just going to start posting up these random sales posts because I've seen someone else do it. So, because we provide consultancy with them, we say, look, we'll sit down with you once a week, every 2 weeks, every month, whatever we agree, and we'll go through what you should be doing. So we're training them on their part as well. They know exactly what to do.
Very important.
And I think that's very important to avoid that worry where you've got that client phoning up going, look, you're not getting me any good leads. We need to start making them responsible for the sales process, which makes us more of a marketing company. And to get them more responsible for the sales process, we need to get them involved earlier on. And for me to get them involved is to make social media personal, because if you make it personal, they feel more responsible for it, instead of it just being a sales-based platform. But this is your life on social media, so we're going to put your life on social media, and then they kind of feel more involved.
Engaged. Yeah. Got you. All right, cool. That's pretty. This is. You brought up a few things. Obviously, as I say, my space in the world is not working with retail clients, but I think you've definitely brought up some things. I think that some of the agencies who we support and that are in the community will benefit from. So thank you. It's you've given us some head scratches. I think it's always good to see how other agencies are doing it, so people can learn from each other.
Yeah, it's just about making sure you add personality to your post and get your client involved a little bit more. And making sure that if you are going to be a marketing company, you stay marketing and you're not trying to convert sales for your client.
Who would want to do that anyway?
That's
the hard part. Yeah,
I understand how easy it is to start grasping at trying to convert sales for clients when you think you're about to lose them or things aren't going your way.
I was just going to say, a lot of agencies, they tend to run into a state of desperation, where they're like, I better do something quick or I'm going to lose this client. So they tend to drop their prices. There's a whole bunch of bad behaviors that we as agencies do. That send us down that path, which is not always a good path to go down.
Yeah, I think when I do my approach, the main question I get asked by clients is like, are you trying to get me involved so you can divert responsibility should it go wrong? And I'm like, that's kind of the one question I keep getting asked every time I try and say, look, you've got to have to take some responsibility. And they're like, why? Is this so it doesn't work? You can blame us for not doing our bit. Not at all. It's because if you don't do it, it won't work. If you guys don't get involved, and I still will take the lead. I'll still do the majority of the work. I will consult with you. It's just we've got to get personality. Because the other thing is, if you don't get them involved, then you're chasing your clients for information, and we've all been there. Look, I've ran out of photos, I've ran out of videos, I've ran out of information. I need more, and then your client's gone silent. But by getting them involved earlier on, they're more likely to start giving you the information that you need.
Yeah, that's also a good point in terms of access to information and data.
Yeah. We have G drives and Dropboxes set up, so as soon as they take photos, they automatically get uploaded. Everything comes straight to us.
Okay. Brilliant, man. Well, listen, Chris, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you taking the time and sharing with us. And yeah, it's always valuable, and we hope to see you in the community, man. It's always good to have new voices and new faces, and hopefully maybe we can get you on again. I mean, if you ever do come up with another topic that you think might be of value, by all means, get in touch with Haley and definitely shout out, and we can always get you in front of the crew again and see what else you can add.
Brilliant, yeah, I'd love to, and yeah, so hopefully the information is valuable for other companies, other agencies, and yeah, I'll jump in the community, and I'm always around to help and support.
100%, and I'll get your, obviously we'll get your details, contact details, website, if guys want to check out what you're up to and what you do, if you've got a YouTube channel, whatever. Obviously, yeah, as I say, the community is a lot about sharing and just, you know, following each other and supporting each other. So I'll get those details, we'll stick it onto the post, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Brilliant, excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. Be well, eh?
Yeah, take care. Have fun over South Africa.
Ciao, ciao.